Some African populations have made agriculture and timber exploitation the pillars of their economic and social well-being. Yet it is challenging for this position to materialize due to a combination of unfavorable factors. These include natural disasters such as locust invasion and drought, declining commodity prices, the decrease of the price of raw materials, climate change, and a strong demographic growth. At the regulatory, legislative, and institutional level, the diagnosis of environmental policies in African countries show that institutional, policy, and legislative frameworks for non-timber forest products, NTFPs, are either non-existent or inappropriate, poorly applied or not applied where they exist.
Au niveau des politiques publiques, les eaux et forêts ont accepté d'intégrer.
In terms of public policies, the Water and Forest Services have accepted to incorporate the local conventions to be submitted to the Parliament. That's why the advocacy conducted by the project wanted public policies to better take into account non-timber forest products, which makes sense.
Les produits forestiers non ligneux dans les politiques publiques a tout son sens.
All of these failures have reduced the ability of small producers to meet their food and income needs. Aware of that, CORAF WeCard implemented a project entitled Improving Policies for the Sustainable Management of Natural Resources based on non-timber forest products in West and Central Africa, better known as non-timber forest products to the benefit of small producers, 4Ps. With the coordination of INERA, this project intervenes in 5 West and Central African countries, namely Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Gabon, the Democratic Republic of Congo, RDC, and Senegal, with well-defined objectives. The project is implemented by National Systems of Agricultural Research. The approach of the project is the 4Ps approach, which is the Agricultural Integrated Research for Development through the establishment of an innovation platform around a flagship product identified in each intervention country. The project seeks to improve the well-being of small-scale farmers, especially women and other vulnerable groups, through the sustainable use of non-timber forest products, through the promotion of policies, programs, and strategies for the management and valuation of natural resources based on NTFPs. A promotion of gender approach is particularly targeted. In fact, NTFPs include fruits, nuts, gum, oilseeds, latex, spices, herbal dyes, berries, mushrooms, foliage, medicinal plants, peats, heatwood, etc. Of an overall cost of $955,565, this project, which is supported by the MDTF of CORAF WeCard, enabled the processing of these NTFPs from wild trees in several rural areas in West and Central Africa.
Pour ce qui concerne le projet 4P, alors le but c'est d'aboutir à une gestion durable.
Regarding the 4P project, the objective is to attain a sustainable management of non-timber products to the benefit of smallholder farmers, especially women. For Burkina, we chose shea butter as non-timber forest product, which is used at all levels and which gives an added value, especially for women.
À toutes les échelles et qui donc donne une plus-value surtout aux femmes.
Thus, thanks to the interventions of the 4P project, an export market is opening up for several farmers in rural areas. On the other hand, there is an increase in the incomes and social benefits of forest-dependent communities. At the same time, the sustainable development of forest environment has been noticed both in Senegal and Burkina Faso. In practice, 10 syntheses representing 2 per country of intervention have been validated by the platform actors. They include socioeconomic surveys and studies of the NTFP sectors.
Il a été mis en place depuis 2 ans une plateforme. Tous les acteurs
2
participent.
years ago, a platform was set up that brings together all the stakeholders, the lawmakers, the policymakers, the researchers, the traders, the smallholder farmers. All of them are involved, so the discussion can be conducted and that we can come up with something common beyond the different interests of the various stakeholders. So the impact was so strong that we have the effective participation of all actors as soon as we convened a meeting and each of them comes to address their issues. Training, pricing, enforcement of rules and regulations, you name it. All issues are addressed here. This is really the proper framework to talk about the shea butter product, which is highly appreciated in Burkina Faso and which feeds several people.
Correctement le produit qualité qui est très important au Burkina Faso et qui nourrit beaucoup de monde.
In addition, 10 master's students were supported by the project. These students are developing articles that will not only help them share research findings, but also better disseminate the project.
Dans le cadre de notre master, nous avons pu effectuer un stage de 6 mois au sein du projet 4P.
As part of our master, we were given the opportunity to have a 6-month internship at the 4P project of forest products to the benefit of smallholder farmers. And during that practical internship, we had overall 3 types of assistance. As soon as we got to the premises, we were provided all the resources we needed, which of course helped guide our research. We were also given technical support from our supervisor, who is a field expert, a professional. We really benefited from his rich experience. The last type of support is a financial one because during these 6 months, we were given a stipend. We also conducted field work.
Financier, parce que pendant ces 6 mois, nous avons eu des pécules chaque mois et nous avons aussi effectué des travaux de terrain.
Ultimately, the project significantly contributed to the fight against the inadequacies of the institutional, policy and legislative frameworks relating to the NTFPs observed during project formulation.
Ce projet-là a donc permis aux différents acteurs de comprendre la nécessité de prendre en compte.
This project helped the different stakeholders understand the importance of non-timber forest products in the various evaluations of the contribution of the environment to the national economy. This observation enabled the officials of the ministry to create a structure within the ministry itself that will only address the issue of non-timber forest products. And with the support of some partners, the Agency for the Promotion of Non-Timber Products developed a national strategy for the evaluation and promotion of non-timber forest products, which national strategy is still the baseline for all the actors involved in the sector.
La référence pour tous les acteurs qui interviennent dans le domaine des produits forestiers indiens.
This encourages better participation of these products to the well-being of small-scale producers and the sustainability of natural resources. Furthermore, all the players have at their fingertips the necessary tools for advocacy in view of the adoption of the desired policy reforms. Their use for food, medicine, and other socioeconomic uses predates the agricultural practice. Today, the processing of these products from wild trees has become an important economic activity in several rural areas in West and Central Africa. Thanks to the interventions of the 4P project, an export market opens up for several farmers in rural areas.
Haji jam fo ko hen pewnami ko hen bammi dewgolam debbam de besni ko hen badirmi gintel ha joni ni mbire jogi hen kalis mo gandanda hoorema ko bo he kimi nder dum don be bali mi sodi hen hay terangaji mi hebi hen terangaji ay wahe kam ene wadi nafoore no fewi.
Production of butter is profitable because if a woman can make up to 300,000 CFA francs, well, we can definitely say that this is profitable.
Beaucoup même, puisque avant, l'activité même se faisait à la main.
Before, the activity was done manually with our hands in a traditional way. We did not have the right equipments. Now we have the equipments for each stage of the production. Consequently, we can say that there is an improvement. We contribute to household expenditures with the money that we make. So yes, there is a significant improvement for us. Before we used to walk, but now several women have a bike and some of them even have a motorcycle.
Pour le moment, il y a beaucoup de femmes qui sont sur des vélos et même il y en a des femmes qui sont sur des motos.
Overall, at the end of project implementation, the increase in the income and social benefits for forest-dependent communities and the sustainable improvement of forest environment are, among other things, the results of the project in Senegal and in Burkina Faso.